what's up? You may not know me, or maybe you do. Maybe you watch my YouTube channel. I'm Justin Todd. It's nice to meet you. I want to tell you something just from me. Come a little closer. You know what? Thank you. Thank you. Because of you and your donation, because of your generosity, a dream of mine that has long been a labor of love is about to come true. A long time ago, I had wanted to come out with a program. Something that to me was really personal. Because I myself had been through so much in the industry, and I had overcome so many obstacles to become a hairdresser. And still to this day, I'm still overcoming obstacles. But I'm a strong person. I have a very strong mind. I have an ironclad willpower. But what about the guys that don't? And girls? What about you? Maybe you're a hairdresser and you don't have that willpower, or you have something in you that wants so much to be a hairdresser, but you don't really know how because you've been defeated. There's too many obstacles in your way. Well, that's what this program's for. It's for you. And if you're not a hairdresser and you're just wanting to support an artistic endeavor, thank you. Because of you, someone's going to get a fighting chance. Someone's going to learn a skill set that they can take back into that ring and deliver a KO knockout punch. That's what Bulletproof is all about. What is Bulletproof, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. Bulletproof is an idea that I had a long time ago because of my experiences in the salon, and I went in and I did things the hard way. It wasn't easy. And I got told so many times, and by people, that I should never do hair. I got told by someone I would never become a hairdresser. Can you imagine what would have happened if I would have listened to them? I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I wouldn't have done the amazing things that I have done with hair. I wouldn't have done photo shoots and met so many incredible clients and people that I love. They're like my family. I can imagine life without them. That's a horrible place to think about being. But it's because I didn't listen. Inspired by one of my assistants who told me, you know, if it weren't for you and the things that you taught me, the confidence that you gave me, I wouldn't have made it. Who knows what I'd be doing? A gift to be a hairdresser. I also had another gift. A gift that I could show people that there was hope. To waste that gift. And I needed to use it for good. So I decided to do something about it. And I decided to create a plan called Bulletproof. And Bulletproof simply is a program that teaches young hairdressers and old, whoever wants to learn, bulletproof techniques that they can use, core techniques of cutting and coloring, and also salon know-how, what I call real life salon etiquette, real life salon behavior, things that they can do to assert themselves into a salon with confidence, assert themselves to a client with confidence. And they'll be able to take those basic things that they can use every single day until they learn to build off of it step by step. Everything from social media domination to just figuring out, hey man, what kind of salon do I want to be at? Do I even want to be at one? Because there's so much more you can do in this industry than just do hair. There's business, there's salon management, a social media master that teaches other people branding. Because hairstyling is not just hairstyling. There's so much more to learn. Every hairdresser is their own brand. They're their own persona. And I want to take that and hone it razor sharp so these kids and anyone else who wants to learn can go on and brand themselves and learn how to be truly bulletproof. So I want to thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for listening to my speech. It means a lot. And I can't wait to see you. Like I said before, if you didn't know, you just need a reminder. You're a badass. I'll see you soon, man. Bye.
Hello.
Hi.
Justin Todd here. So we have a special
Very
guest.
special.
Hannah. Haven't seen her in a while, guys, and she's here saying hi. She came and visited me today. We did the most. We talked about hair and some really cool shit. So you guys might not know her. In case you do know her or you don't, I'll kind of just go over our history. She was one of my assistants, and she was the best assistant I ever had.
Aww.
It's true.
It's true.
And she graduated from my program, full graduation, and the things that she's done after, I'm so proud of her for, and I'm so glad to know her, and I mean, nothing but love for this amazing hairdresser. She has gone on to, and then now she's doing her own thing, and I'm actually helping her with branding. And she's going to talk a little bit for just a second about her story, about what it was like to be someone who was in school and just not really even sure she wanted to do anything in this industry because she didn't have the confidence that she has now. So she's just going to talk for like 2 minutes and just kind of explain to you yahoos that how she became a badass. So Hannah?
A lot of it has to do with his guidance, his patience, a lot of patience. Going back to getting into the industry, I always had a love for makeup, for hair, for fashion. It was exciting. It's always changing. So I started doing styling, makeup for my friends at around 16. And then I moved to Houston, and from there I was open to so much more of the industry. And going to beauty school, I saw more of the state board style stuff, you know, the braids and the rolling and the foiling and, you know, your basic everyday things.
She had imagination though.
Yeah.
And that imagination was so on fire all the time. When I met her, she was like, well, what about this? And what about that? And I don't know. Do you know about this? And I was like, this girl's on fire. She just needs like harness that energy. And once I harnessed it harnessed it, then something amazing happened. And what happened when you were in the Ogle School? You went to the Ogle School, right?
I went to the Ogle School and I almost gave up just because I wasn't really finding what I was looking for. And then the Sebastian Black Ops came into town and I went to that show, and thank God I did, because it showed me a whole new world of hairstyling. It showed me the creative side, the hair sculpting, you know, basically taking your imagination and putting it into life. You know, you're taking your idea and making it tangible. And so that was when I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. And then I started coming to him with the creative ideas and everything, and you have to learn to walk before you run. And that's where he came in, teaching me all the basics, how to get there.
I mean, you know, she chased me through parks and bushes and stuff at first, and I was like, look at her! I don't know anything. You're crazy. And I was like, no. But seriously, the one thing that I I found out about Hannah that was amazing, that she really wanted this. And that's the thing, that there's no other person that I've ever worked with that showed me just like the sheer like determination. She's like, I'm gonna do this, and she was screaming at me like, I'm gonna be a hairdresser. And I was like, holy crap, this girl really wants it. So I never gave up. I just kept, it made me want to, every time she was like, man, you know, God, I don't even know if I want, I'd be like, no, you're not gonna say that. You're going to make it. Like, you have to believe it. And she started to believe it, and I saw this like little belief. And she went through so much with Visible Changes and so many good things and bad things, but she learned things about herself and what she didn't want in this industry. And you yourself went through a little bit of the bullying and a little bit of the things that happened. Real quick, what, you know, your experience, what were the bad things, but what were the good things?
Yeah.
So summarize it as quick as you can.
I have to say, you know, first and foremost, I grew with my mentor through beauty school, cosmetology, I should say. And right after cosmetology is when I started my apprenticeship with them, and they really molded and shaped me to begin with as a stylist, gave me the basic, you know, like your starter haircuts. It's departmentalized, so you can do one or the other. So I went with cutting, styling, makeup. So they did teach me a lot of great things. I made a lot of friends. But of course you're going to run into things that you're going to run into with any apprenticeship, and hopefully these are some of the things that will prevent from happening with this program. So I did run into, you know, you're shampooing for a stylist, and instead of saying thank you, they're like, you took too long, now I'm behind. Or you go to sweep someone's station and they think you're in the way. And a lot of times you'll go to ask them for advice or help, and you'll notice sometimes when you're the rookie and you go for advice, the older ones are kind of worried. Sometimes they might see something in you, that spark or that talent.
They'll sabotage you.
They'll sabotage it, or they'll say, oh, we'll just have to figure it out on your own. That's what I did.
How do we sabotage the people that are coming up? Those are the people that we need to foster, because they're bringing new ideas. They're the ones who are going to change this industry. But we're like, well, let's just make it the same. And I had the same thing, old people that did the same 1992 Jennifer Aniston haircut, and they didn't want to change.
If someone says, I want the Rachel one more time, I want you to get out of my chair. Like,
Right.
no, you can't have the Rachel, she's gone. Like, no more.
We forget that we're hairdressers. We have a voice, we have an opinion. People, clients do not know what they want. They don't know. That's our job to tell them, because you have to take control. That was the biggest thing with Hannah that I taught her, was taking control of your client, taking control of your service, and showing them, I know what's best because I have experience. And that's the thing that we're gonna teach you with Bulletproof, is how to walk in with confidence. How do you do that? How do you not quake in your boots and go, shit man, this lady's gonna hate me? You know, and how to gain that confidence, tricks and tips, and Hannah can share with you exactly what she did, and we'll go through that on the series. But real quick to finish this up, I'm not a 50,000. I'm whatever I want to be. I mean, if you want to make 50,000 a year, guys, that's great. Maybe you're stay-at-home mom. That's all you need to make. But some of us, man, we got bills. We got things we want to do. So that's not enough. So how do you take control of your finances in your life and what you're doing and your passion? This is how. Is that you take advice. I had to learn it from somewhere. She had to learn it from somewhere. We all did. And I'm taking everything that I've learned and sharing it with you. It's helped me, and it continues to help me. Dude, I'm not balling out of control all the time. There was a moment I was, and she can tell you, I lost focus and I lost everything. And then now I gained it back. And that's the struggle, guys. That's the beauty of our struggle, is that when we make it, let's not forget who and where we came from, and let's give back to everybody that's after us. You know what I mean? Because, dude, we're not gonna be here forever. We get a brief second to live and choose to go for it or stay the same. She's at her, it's called Baby Bird Studios on Instagram. You guys can follow it. Also, Baby Bird Salon and Barbershop. So guys, don't be afraid to come to Baby Bird, because the old Baby Bird right here, she'll treat you right and give you that smooth fade or whatever it is you guys are looking for, that vibrant ink, those crazy Pravana colors. She does it all, guys. I've seen her with a razor. It's scary, sick, and it's awesome. And so tell us a little bit about that just real quick, and just tell us what you're doing now and where you're at.
So basically, like I said, I liked where I was before, but you know, so a lot of times when you do work in a corporate setting, they give you goals. And that's great. If you're somebody who needs a little bit of guidance, that's fine, to each their own. For me, I've always been a person with my own goals, and one of my life goals was to have my own business by the time I was 25. So I'm very, very thankful to have it at 23. So I've had my salon suite for a couple weeks now, and anybody who's going out on your own, it's okay to be scared. I was really nervous at the beginning, hoping, you know, my clients would find me somehow, that I would be able to stay open. Like, you have all kinds of fears, but
guys, she's 23. 23. If she can do it, you
can
guys too.
It's so possible.
It is.
You have to have, if you have a passion is basically what you love enough that you love the struggle too. Any hard times that you're going through, if you're excited about it, if you're excited to work hard and get to where you want to be, that's when you know you're passionate. So started my business, kind of fingers crossed, hoping everything would go good, and so far it's been amazing. And I've had so much support from friends, from mentors. You know, it's been amazing. And so I can say from experience that if you have a dream, don't let anything hold you back. You know, if you have a certain goal, no matter what goal is given to you, stick to what you know. Stick to what you want out of this life. Because you can so make it possible.
Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Oh, Georgina, I know you will. When you have a victory, you went through some shit to get it, because it's like in Shawshank Redemption when, you know, Robin's character said, or actually it was Morgan Freeman said, he's the only person who waited and crawled through shit to come out clean on the other side. And that's how it is in the beauty industry.
It really
Unfortunately, it's ugly, it's dirty, it's messy, but that's what Bulletproof is here for, guys. So support this channel today, support my Patreon. Guys, you won't be sorry, I promise you, you're gonna get a lot out of it. And it's not about me. I could care less about fame and fortune, and it's not about anything else but making you guys the best stylist that I know and she knows you can be, okay? So just cap this off. I always do this. I'm gonna let her have the honors.
If anybody hasn't told you today, or if you need reminding, you're a badass. And don't ever forget it.
Love y'all. You went through shit to get it. Like, that's literally going on the blooper clip.